Hey folks, let me tell you about something ludicrous, something crazy, something awesome. The ending to Phantom Requiem for the Phantom. This is gonna get wild as I try to make all this enjoyable. But don't you worry, it's gonna be very Subarashi. Phantoms, from the name, are highly skilled assassins that are employed by an incredibly large criminal organization. There's only ever been 3 iterations of the Phantom, and let's talk about the last one first. Cal is an interesting lady, if you could even call her that.
I guess I should kill you in front of him. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, she's a bit of a sadist. She wasn't always this way, funnily enough. She was under the care of the previous Phantom before he happened to go out for some assassination business. And when he came back...
I was hoping to make dinner and hang out tonight, but whatever.
What are you talking about?
So a couple years later, she has developed some daddy issues. Believing herself superior to her predecessor and previous caretaker, she sets off to kill the poor bastard. I say poor bastard, but the youth always has this problem with a very particular rule. Never disregard the wisdom of your elders. You might be smart, lethal, and educated, Cal. But are you the educator? Reiji, otherwise known as Vi, is the second Phantom, and he's hanging out in a church, casually waiting for all of his enemies to come after him. It looks like Cal's the first one to show up. And to let you in on a secret, I still expect the most badass boss battle music. So essentially, Cal is like, "Why did you leave me, senpai?" And Reiji, our dear second Phantom, is like, "You blew up. Not like it matters. It's time to do." As soon as Cal entered the church, Reiji was like, "What are you gonna do with that machine gun? Shoot me with it?" She's like, no, no. Instead, they're gonna wait for this lullaby to stop playing, and then they're gonna have a quick draw contest. Damn, that sounds exciting as hell. Can't wait.
It was like
I'm not crying.
what would have happened if we hadn't have found each other after the apartment got
Just shoot her
blown up.
already. Oh, I forget how it hurts my heart every time. Cal and Reiji were the best of buds. She wasn't even supposed to become a Phantom. Reiji wanted to give her a nice life she could never have, but some nefarious forces had other plans for the young lady. Right now, our main man, Reiji, is having a bit of a problem. You see, he is pissed off. The reason Cal went off the deep end and became another Phantom is because the guy who heads the program creating them convinced her that the only way to punish Reiji for not being there for her is to kill him. The maniac himself is actually here, and he really wants to test out the new generation of Phantoms. Of course, on his previous product. So Reiji, my man, you gotta buck the hell up and get ready to... Oh, never mind. Oh, jeez. All right, cool. I'm on it. You see this lineup of damsels, if you will. The Phantom director, who I will now refer to as Scythe Master, thinks this batch of creations are far superior to the originals. That being said, 6-on-1. Even a crazy man like Scythe Master's gotta know that's not a really great test pool. 2 things you gotta understand. Scythe Master is a narcissistic lunatic. The Phantoms are essentially his children, yet he gets some sort of sadistic pleasure out of forcing them to be killers. The other factor you need to understand, it's not 6-on-1, it's 6-on-2. And let me spoil it for you. 1, in this case, is a big difference. I mean, come on. Why do you think Reiji was out here? It's always for a lady.
Let's go.
Reiji sure knows how to pick 'em. Ein already made short work of that gang. Now we can have a proper go at it. The old versus the new. Ein and Reiji versus the dolls. Everybody should be hyped the hell up. It's about to go down. Except for Scythe, he's just hanging. He should be a little bit more nervous. The first couple of dolls he sent out just get Scooby-Doo'd and die. Looks a bit like this. How's that feel, huh, Scythe? Getting one up like that?
Yes, this is a beautiful scenario.
I fucking hate this guy. Reiji offers to take care of the rest of these bimbos, while Ein goes to deal with the madman on the roof. Reiji might have his hands full out there. There's two of them, but don't worry. My man's got a special ability. 2 arms means you can do this kind of cool shit. Sorry, youngster, it's gonna take more than that to put down the king. Who just leaves one of those lying around? Pounded through a wall, losing both main weapons and bleeding all over the place. Reiji is poetically pinned down mere meters away from where Cal died. With 2 rifles trained on his location, Reiji is able to take down one of the dolls. But even with that stellar move, the other one is locked onto his location. Now, my dear viewer, I need to ask you something. It's real important. Do you believe in miracles? Fatal mistake, ho. Seems like Cal was right where she needed to be the whole time. Jesus, I'm gonna cry again. Well, before I emasculate myself anymore, I believe it's time we head over to the last dance.
Finally, you've come to take the stage.
Two-on-one knife fight. Doesn't look all that hot. And for the first few moments, Ein is easily overwhelmed. The main difference between the original Phantoms, like Ein and Reiji, and the new generation, instead of kidnapping, brainwashing, and training young kids to become killers, Scythe went for a more cookie-cutter approach, streamlining the whole idea so instead of there being actual people behind those masks, they're actually just dolls that operate like exact copies of each other. You might be wondering, why are we talking about this? Ein's in trouble. What's going on? Well, I just wanted to let you know that Scythe's a dumbass. He used the exact same blueprint as the original Phantoms. Ask yourself this question. Could you beat up your 5-year-old self? The answer is yes, quite easily. Come on. Kids are stupid.
You don't seem your old self, Ein. They are holding back, but still seem to have the advantage over you.
Damn, what a fox. Oh, Scythe. It's judgment time.
I came here to kill you.
That is simply not possible, because I'm going to surrender. You can't kill me now that I'm unarmed.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Shit, he's right. Counterpoint, though. Go fuck yourself. Good night, sweet prince. Put down like the weird dog you are. Reiji and Ein are free from anybody who's going to be coming after them as far as we know. So now I suppose it's time to head off to the conclusion of Phantom Requiem for the Phantom. I'll do my best. Alright? Fair warning. There's always been one big mystery when it comes to this anime. Who really is Ein? What we know is that Scythe was the only guardian Ein ever had. We don't know her identity, where she came from. He essentially picked her up out of a field and turned her into a killer. When it comes to what we know, a determined Reiji takes the duo to Mongolia, and the search for Ein's real identity takes them to a very large open field. We see time pass as they wait there all the way till dusk. With bated breath, us as viewers watch, hoping, praying that Ein can find peace and happiness. And then Reiji fucking dies. What? The only explanation we have for that conclusion is the sound of a single suppressed gunshot, and it could have come from anywhere. It is so ambiguous. On first watch, I was sure it came from the cart behind Reiji, but there's just something weird with the way they set it up. The whole ending is bizarre. Ein hears Reiji hit the ground dead, turns around, and smiles. It's just, none of it goes together well. And anyway, it's the one problem that I have with Phantom Requiem for the Phantom. I get the appeal of having an ambiguous ending. I enjoyed it in 91 Days. I've enjoyed it in other anime. It's just, ugh. Personally, I'm going to pretend that Ein and Reiji just get married and live happily ever after. But I suppose that's the end of our story. The story of phantoms. Dry, otherwise known as Cal the Third. Zwei, otherwise known as Reiji the Second. And of course, the last one standing, Ein. With that being said, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your American Otaku. This has been my co-host, 02. And we'll see you next time.